Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ocho, we're going to get right into it because we got a special guest that's on the line for us. Guys, let's welcome Heisman Trophy winner, LSU's own. The draft is Thursday, and he's going to hear his name called very, very early in that process. Let's welcome Heisman Trophy winner from LSU, Jayden Daniels. JD, what's up? How you doing, bro?
Jay, what's good, boy? What's happening? Man, chilling right here. I'm trying to see how you feeling, man. That childhood dream is gonna happen in a few more days. How you feeling?
Man, honestly, like anxious. Like, I'm just ready to hear my name called and get to work.
Has it hit you yet? Like it hasn't really set in yet, huh?
Nah, it really set in. I've been everywhere, flying back and forth, being on flights, 30 visits, top 30 visits, stuff like that. So I didn't really have time to really sit back and really think about it.
Whoa, Jay. Hold on, Jay. Why you taking all them visits? You like, where y'all picking? Y'all picking 28? I ain't gonna be there. I ain't coming to see y'all, man. Stop playing with me.
This is a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, you got to take them all.
You get all the frequent flyer miles, huh?
Trying to.
So walk us through the process. Okay, you win the Heisman.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I can't do any more at LSU. I'm out of here. Okay. So now you go through the process. Talk our audience through what's going through Jayden Daniels' mind once he wins the Heisman, once you have the year that you have, what's going from that point. You have the year that you have. You're the 2023 Heisman Trophy winner. Walk us through from there.
I mean, once I heard my name, even before that point, I kind of like after the Texas A&M game, I was like, man, I ain't got nothing else left for college. Man, I can't do it. I can't play in this bowl game.
Right.
And, I was like, man, I'm telling all my people, like closest one to me, like Malik and Brian and all, I'm telling them like, man, I'm out. Like I can't play in this bowl game. Love y'all. But it's time for me to move on. And then from there, kind of really just moved out of Louisiana, moved back to California, took like 2 weeks off. And then after our bowl game, got to work.
So you go through the draft. I mean, so when did you because obviously as Ocho asked you, this is a lifelong dream. Mm-hmm. And so now you're about to fulfill. This is not the end of one journey, it's the beginning of another journey. So what is your expectations? Are you going to be in New York? Detroit?
I'm going to Detroit.
Okay.
I'm going.
So that's always been a lifelong dream to be there and to walk on that stage and give Roger Goodell that hug.
Honestly, it hasn't. My lifelong dream is being a first round pick and hear my name. I thought about it differently, but then once you're in the process and you can go high, I'm like, man, like everybody like, man, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to walk across that stage, hold that jersey up. So I was like, man, I can't miss out for sure.
Yeah, it's one thing that I always thought about. Most of the time, you just want to get drafted, but I know players in the back of their mind, they always think about a favorite team that they always want to play for. So as a child growing up, who was your favorite team growing up, and how do you feel about your chances of playing there? Now I'm not asking I'm not asking where you want to go.
No, my chances are slim playing there.
Right.
My chances are very slim. They got a QB. But growing up, my favorite team is the 49ers. So they got a team. So my chances are very slim going there.
Right.
Yeah, they messed that up, Jayden, when they traded up a couple of years ago to the third pick. Maybe if they hadn't done that, that might have been an opportunity for you.
Hey, we never know.
So now that what is it? So your family's around, obviously your mom's gonna be there. So what's it like to know that, you know what, I'm gonna be able to take care of my mom? My mom, I don't know if your mom's working or your dad's working, but hey, baby got this thing now. Hey,
everybody
shut it all the way down.
Yeah, man. Both my parents still working, so it'll be able. Not everybody looking at me, so I'll be able to, they put in all the work, to get me to this point, to sacrifice and stuff like that. So be able to take care of them a little bit, not too much. They still got to work, but whenever I get the chance to take care of them, man, I'm gonna take care of them. Once I get that second contract, then we can talk about different stuff. Talk about retiring and stuff like that.
Yeah, give me 3 years. Give me 3 years. Just hold on for 3 years.
That's a good one. Listen, you had an exceptional season last year. Now, from my understanding, you played so well due to your nutrition and what you ate before games.
Yeah.
Pre-game meal was an omelet and two
Mm-hmm.
waffles.
2 of them.
Now, once you get to the NFL, will you change your routine as far as
Nah.
nutrition is concerned? You're gonna stay true to yourself.
Hey, I'm in between, man. I'm true to myself. Like I could get away with a little bit. I eat fast food still to the day.
Yeah,
Wendy's.
that's what I'm
So,
talking about. That's why you're gonna be successful at the next level. Unc, you heard that? You heard him? He
I
gonna
still
stay
eat
true.
fast. I still eat fast food, man.
Let's go, man.
Well,
That's
I'm
what
sure.
I'm talking about.
But have you talked to any teams and have your trainer said, Jay, we probably need to put about 10, 15 pounds on you? Not right now, but through the process over the
For
next year
sure.
or so.
Yeah. Most definitely. Like teams I talked to, they was like, what I played at last year, I was like around like 205. So they was like, we just gonna put on weight progressively, but we ain't gonna overload you. So
Right.
your play start to digress.
Talk to us about the what you started out at Arizona State.
Yeah.
And then you go to LSU. What was your thought process of entering the portal and going to LSU and leaving Arizona State?
Man, that was hard. Just being there for 3 years, I got much love for Herm. I love Herm, Marv, AP, all those
Yeah.
guys. So it was hard just to leave them. I still to this day I remember Marv was blowing my phone like, "Come talk to me before you leave." Talking to Herm before I left. I was like, "Man, it's hard." But one thing about them, they always respected me. They told me if I don't got nowhere to go, I still got to go home here. So
Right.
to this day, it was a genuine love, but transferring to LSU, man. Honestly, what to expect? I was like, I just need a fresh new start. I want to go compete against the best. The SEC, the boys in the South built a little different, so I want to go down there and play against them, play with them. And I was blessed enough to go to LSU. LSU was an opportunity for me, and I was able to play on the biggest stage.
Yeah. Was it a shock once you got to the second, realized the difference from playing in the Pac-12 as opposed to being in the second once you got there? Was it not a culture shock, but was from a skill perspective, was it eye-opening?
Man, yeah. I mean, I'll just say like the mentality. You got.
Mhm.
I was blessed enough to play with Malik and Brian.
Mhm.
And every day I practiced, no matter who it was, O line, D line, receivers, linebackers, DBs.
Mhm.
They always talking crazy, man. Uh, and yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing about Malik, man. He always talking crazy, no matter what. He think nobody can guard him. He's always open. So
Right.
he got the little dog in this. So I respect that.
Mhm.
But all across the board, they all got the dog in them because of how they was raised. They wasn't raised with much. They didn't have much to do but football. So this is all they know.
That's dope,
Well,
man.
you go to LSU. Did you think this type of season was possible? I mean, you had some. I mean, you had some fantastic runs. You had some
Yeah,
fantastic plays at Arizona State. But did you think this?
Yeah.
man. Honestly, I knew like before I went to college, I was like, man, I want to win a Heisman. But
Okay.
taking it back to this off season, I was like, man, I'm gonna win this Heisman. Like that was my goal, Heisman. I put it, we working out in the weight room. I put it up on top of the rack. The strength coaches put like a plaque for me and
Yeah.
Malik. So Malik had a Belitnikov, I had a Heisman one. So we work out and we constantly just looking at it. Like we had that goal set, like, man, we trying to go get this.
Right.
And then we just started balling. I mean, our chemistry, just a whole offensive chemistry, man, started hitting off, and we took off from there.
That's dope, man. Hey, listen, obviously with you going to the next level, there are some great quarterbacks going to the draft. Obviously, brother Drake May, Caleb Williams, and there's some Michael Penix
Penix.
Jr. and some
Yeah,
other players. What do you think separates yourself from the other quarterback? Excuse me. What do you think separates yourself from the other quarterbacks in the draft? From your own perspective.
man, I say, uh, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm a
Right.
competitor. I'm a dog, man.
Hmm.
And then my escapability, I could, you give me a lane, I could go 80. I could go
Right,
80 for
right,
sure.
right.
So that separates me, man. Just I getting to know those guys. I mean, I know they all got high football IQs, but I would say just that dog in me. Like, this is all I know. I grew up football. I was always doubted. People doubted me to this day. So, I take that, and add it to the fire at the end of the day. So, but other than that, man, just my escapability, man, my legs. I don't know. God bless me with those, so I got to keep using them.
So how's the visits going? You go to these teams, you say you have 30 visits. I don't know if you take it all 30 of them. So when they get walk our audience out, viewing audience and our listening audience through what is it like for Jayden Daniels? Let's just say, okay, you went to Washington and New England, Arizona. Let's just take those 3 teams because they're in the top 5. And what is that? What are they asking you to do? Are they asking you to diagram plays? They ask you, okay, what's this play from what you did in college? What's that process like?
Man, it's kind of just like, they want to kind of introduce you to the offense. See, quiz you a little bit, get up and do a little cadence here and there. Learn more about yourself. It's kind of like on those visits, they want to learn more about the person. They know about the football player, but they want to learn more about the person, like your background, where you come from, how was you raised, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I've been getting. And then from there, they really want to see your football IQ. Like, what can you remember? It's kind of like they quiz you a little bit. So they just want to see if you're a smart football player, especially being a quarterback. You got to have a high football IQ. So
absolutely,
that's stuff like that I kind of did when I was on the visits.
That's dope. Listen, I'm not Mel Kiper Jr. I'm not Mel Kiper Jr. I'm not Cleo, but I have a epiphany that for some reason you will end up with AP at the Raiders. Now, I don't know how they're going to jump all the way up to number 2. I'm not sure. I just think that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. So if you just so happen to be a Raider, I just want to be the first one to get a jersey. I just want to be the first one to get a jersey. I want you to sign it. So I'm going to put it up back here. And I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited for you. I done ran into you a couple of times. Obviously, you were my son over at ASU at one point. I'm excited, man. It's gonna be really dope to see you walk across that stage.
Man, I appreciate that.
Since we're talking about the Raiders, AP was the DC when you was at Arizona State. And this would be an opportunity if you were, they made a move, because obviously you're not going to be there when they select. So they're going to have to jump over a lot of people to select you. Because you know what it's like. AP, how he is as a person, how he is as a coach. What would that be like to be reunited with a guy that you was with at Arizona State?
I don't know how they're going to pull it off. But I mean, that's above my pay grade, man. But
I wouldn't do it. I ain't trading. Why would I give up that? You're a transformational quarterback, Jay.
Man.
I ain't giving that up.
Hey, man, just AP, man. AP, just as a human being, he the right coach for that team. Just him and the intensity that it brings. He challenged people. He challenged me at 18. So I know if I was to go to the Raiders. I'm not saying I'm gonna go there or I want to go there. I want to go wherever my name called. But if I was to go to Raiders, I know he go as soon as I step foot, he gonna challenge me. He don't care how high I was drafted, none of that. He gonna challenge me every day.
So have you thought about? Go ahead, Ocho. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I say when you think about what's very important for quarterbacks, especially coming out in the draft, you think about your situation at LSU. You look at your supporting cast that was around you. They make your job very easy. Malik, Nabers, and the rest of the receiving core at number 2, based on, again, I'm not Mel Kiper, but they talk about Caleb Williams going first. Obviously, he'll be going to the Bears. The Commanders are number 2. And I'm thinking number 2, period. Look at the supporting cast that you have in DC.
They got some dogs over there.
Jahan Dotson, McLaurin. Man, listen, boy, you're gonna be in heaven. You're gonna be in heaven. And I think it's so imperative that you go to the right situation, so you have your receiving core. Once you got a receiving core and they're able to build around you, and you can just be you. Man. Well, it's going. I'm not saying it's gonna be a breeze, but I just know the work you put in, because it shows up on film. So the transition from college to the NFL is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Sure.
Have you thought about the emotions that you could potentially feel when, with the second pick or the third pick in the NFL draft,
second,
such and such,
it's gonna be
selects
Jayden
Daniels.
You gonna
I
cry.
don't know. I got it, man. You know, hopefully, if I look at my mama, I know my mama will go cry. My dad probably gonna cry too. So I don't know. Maybe if I look at them, they might get me a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, you gonna cry. You gonna cry. You gonna be yeah. You gonna be a meme. You gonna be a meme.
That's a lifetime, man. That's unbelievable. Jayden, much success, man. Thank you for jumping on with us tonight. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Obviously, doing what we do, we're going to be paying very close attention to your career, to your family. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And, bro, much success moving forward.
Yes,
sir. Appreciate y'all.
Jay, good to see you, boy. I love you, boy. Congratulations again, man.
Man,
Jayden
appreciate
Daniels,
y'all.
ladies and gentlemen.